Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I would show you an update on this Skaar Space Station, and it is near complete at this point in time. I've got to do a few more little odds and ends, but for the most of it is complete at this point in time. So to go over some of the changes, including, well, I'll show you the interior here in a second as well, but it does handle two Helios modules now. So it has two of those module bays and only one Skaar module bay, but I only actually have one Skaar module at this point in time as well. So those dock up to this lower section over here, which is really weird. Again, everything about this base is trying to be very different than the norm that I would normally do. But yeah, you can basically hop onto the modules, park them just like you would on any other module docking creation, and then you can go right into the station up here, or you can walk all the way across this big kind of floating platform here and take this other elevator on the other side of the base. So anyway, let me adjust the lighting and I'll take a tour through the insides and then go over the loaded specs and then the not equipped specs, or basically the release version specs. I guess I'll start out on this side over here. I do got to get some labels in the elevators yet too, so that's something else on my to-do list here. It's a bit dark right now, but this is the main production room, and it does have all the furnaces and advanced constructors and everything installed. It does have a medical bay now, which was kind of started by Excalibur. I tweaked it and added in these other components here, but this is kind of his general design, kind of looking all kind of run down and ragged, sort of in the middle. It's kind of what I wanted to do when I was first talking about this. So right now it does have 6 advanced constructors installed, 2 deconstructors, 6 small constructors, and 4 furnaces in here. So the furnaces are in this general location here. It does have 15 320K cargo bays stock. It does have 6 more that you can fill in with cargo extensions and controllers. That's in the lower section over there. It does have armor repair and armor locker and a fridge in here as well now. It does have some open space. Again, everything about it's just trying to look kind of run down, chaotic, kind of sort of slapped together and welded together kind of thing. So that is the idea of it. Down around this corner, this is where those 6 small constructors are, and then 2 deconstructors. And for the repair bay, or for CV repair, you can add in a console right over here, and then you put the actual repair bay itself over in this part here. Now it is labeled and whatnot, so it's got enough room too where you can kind of like park a larger CV kind of off to the side of the main station over here, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. If you go out this door right off from the side here, obviously you get into the hangar bays. I do have these kind of rigged up with sensors and stuff in this particular area, at least for the doors. So you got a couple internal hangar bays. Over here, this is the area I'm probably going to tweak a little bit more. I wanted to get a little more detail in here, and it may also have some kind of crane. I wouldn't call it a crane, probably a mechanical arm kind of thing. So if we go across here, we can go into engineering. There's quite a few different ways into engineering. This is kind of like walking outside and back in this route. And what I had to do to accommodate all the equipment, and it basically has everything in it: the repair bay, all the production equipment and things like that. Fully loaded, it does need a basic, 2 improved cores and 1 advanced core, and this also required adding in a second generator, which would be in this location here. Now the other one doesn't have a generator there and only has a generator in one other location. It does have 6 solar capacitors as well. They're right around this this mechanism, which is actually kind of goes right up through the ceiling, and this is part of the big solar panel array. It actually kind of connects inside of this room all the way down through the floor and out the other side again. So it's a pretty large piece there, but it's got all the solar capacitors right in this general area here. So, and then you've got all these areas for CPU blocks on the back side of this room. Now if we go up the elevator in here, it's got a second floor, in engineering. If we go up to the top here, this gets you out to a bit of a little fluff zone, which kind of overlooks this front side over here. And then there is some more engineering stuff back over here. Not too much. So again, part of the solar array. It does have a Wi-Fi on this side, and of course it does have this other weird walkway that kind of goes along the outside of it. Like this used to be a land building and now it's a space building kind of thing. Yeah, it's Skaar. It's Skaar. They do things like that. So if we take this route here, this will take us back to production and everything like that. Across the catwalk. This is the Pentaxid farm. So that is set up to go. It does have, let's see, we got, each one of these would be 18. So yeah, it's got 54 grow plots in here. And then you got the larger main farm over here, which has more yet, 54 plus another 36. So quite a lot of growing potential in the base. And this is directly above production. So we kind of wandered right back into the production area down over here in the corner. So you can go right up to the farm. I was just trying to make sure that all the pathing on the inside worked out, so you're not like walking all over the place randomly for things. Now it has one other area, and that's only accessible by this elevator here, or the one on the far side. And this goes up to a crew area in the upper landing pads. So in here, not too much going on. This is the outdoor glass elevator that goes all the way up the structure on this one side. And then this is the crew room over here, and it's got some beds up on the top, and even got a TV and a little jukebox thing in the corner, some carpet, some little wood grain action going on in here, just to be a little bit different. Over here you got your other side of the base's Wi-Fi. This goes out to these top landing pads over here. So there's two landing pads on top of the base in this general area, and that ladder that I walked by is really nothing. It just goes up to this little glass, like, I don't know, a little control room or something that's on the top side of this chunk of the base. Again, it's very chaotic. Now, one of the issues I did have is originally I was going to put the gravity generator in the engineering area. Made sense, but that's all the way on one side of the base, and it wasn't going to reach. And then I would have had to add a second gravity generator. So I had this dilemma, and I ended up taking this part that was already kind of here and modifying it and literally sticking the gravity generator outside of the base over in this area. It does have kind of a access port if you need to access it for any particular reason, but it's just kind of this thing out there. Let me get the lighting back on here a little bit more. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much the whole base. So it only has two Helios and one Skaar module bay available for the modules, but I figured that'd be enough. You do have the 6 fillable 320K storage bays, and that's what these are over here. So basically you fill all this area with cargo extensions, and then you put your controller right at the tip, and then that all works out. And this will get you to all the different module bays along the, well, I guess the 3. So everything's kind of weird about it, you know, but it's kind of, it's following what I wanted to achieve with the thing in the first place, is to be very kind of chaotic and run down and things like that. So spec-wise on this one, with all the parts in it, it would be total build time of 7 hours and 52 minutes. It is using some Estrium and Zacosium. I think this has to do with the repair stuff on here. Other than that, it should basically just use a whole ton of carbon substrate, because the entire hull is made out of carbon substrate, pretty much, except for a couple miscellaneous damage blocks in places. Not very many, because often putting in a damage block, they're not airtight, so it causes issues on the inside trying to keep everything with oxygen in it. So that's kind of the deal. That's why I don't have as many damage blocks as I was thinking about, but I might try to get some more, and I think there's going to be some more opportunities to add some here and there before I do get this released yet. So that is that version. So the version that's stripped down, basically I pulled a lot of the parts out of this one. I got it flipped over the other way too. So this one only has 2 advanced constructors in it, 3 small constructors, and a furnace. So it still isn't. It's still coming with some stuff. So you've got most of your stuff. It doesn't have any deconstructors in here and stuff like that. So those are left out of it, and doesn't have the repair bay either. But this version here, you can see it's still taking a little bit of estrium and zirconium. I don't think it's a big deal, and that is probably because of the armor repair over here, I believe is it's what's costing those resources. But again, a lot of carbon, not a whole lot of iron, copper, or silicon, and a 6 hour and 15-minute build time. And it's, you know, it's usable right here and now. Now, if you're going to add in more furnaces and especially a repair bay, you do want to add a second generator in to the station. Snake back over here, and again, that would go right in this location over here. Now, there's room around. Obviously, you can add in more stuff in places, all kinds of places actually, but you know, for the most part, running all the furnaces at once and repairing a ship. We did a little test yesterday, and it only needed the 2 1x3 generators to handle that. So, and then it does have the big 24 panel solar array on here as well, and 6 solar capacitors. Now, feel free to add more. I didn't necessarily make a lot of locations to add them, but there's a lot of room in places to do that kind of thing, even in the engineering area. So anyway, that is the base, and yeah, probably this weekend I do believe I'm going to get it out. I got a busy week ahead of me, a lot of stuff to do. I want to do I still want to spend a couple more hours with this, try to work out that mechanical crane thing, and get the lights on sensors, and probably miscellaneous other tweaks. So I wanted a little bit of time, and not to mention get a chance to kind of test it in game, see if there's any other problems. This radar over here, by the way, is not real. This is the fake one I put here. I don't even know if you can put a long-range radar on a base, but I didn't. Certainly, I don't think a base needs a long-range radar. So anyway, lots of little antennas and things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the station. It's not exactly what I intended on building when I started it, but I'm pretty happy with it actually at this point in time. I think it's pretty usable. It's got all the stuff I want in a base, except, you know, obviously you're not going to be parking big CVs, but they can flow in space, and you can like pull one up over on this side over here, and or you could probably pull up another CV out in this general area. I didn't make like accommodating doors necessarily to get in, but you could still come in nearby doors around the station. This side not so great though. Anyway, if you got any other ideas or anything, let me know as well. Again, the only thing I really have on the plans is some tweaking and a mechanical deco like crane arm thing that looks like it would work in space, and yeah, that's really about it. Light sensors, that too. Anyway, y'all have yourself a great day, and I'll talk to you later.